2023 is finally here. Yes, it is the new year. But how do you actually go about, making this year your own and making the most of it? So I think the first thing that I want to really touch on today is New Year's resolutions. Now, I'll be very honest with you guys. Personally speaking, myself, I'm not the biggest fan of New Year's resolutions, just because usually it's something that you should already be doing, but haven't gotten to start, and so often New Year's resolutions are just things that people write down and don't really do or don't make an effort to fulfill. But if you're one who likes New Year's resolutions and really wants this year to be your year, I think one of the biggest drawbacks, or something that results in New Year's resolutions not actually materializing, is people not executing on their resolution. I mean, it's all well and it's all good to write down your resolution, something that perhaps you want to change or you want to improve on. Let's say you want to gym more, you don't want to procrastinate, you want to improve on your results, you want to do this, that, whatever your resolutions or your goals for the new year are. The best way to really make them impactful and have them materialize is to actually execute on them. So yes, I think writing down the New Year's resolution or the goal or whatever you'd like to call it is only 25% of the work. The real work comes in when you need to execute, and execute consistently. Not just for one day, for 3 months, for 1 month, for 3 weeks, whatever, but throughout the whole year, depending on the nature of your goal. So yes, I think this is where a lot of people sort of fall short with their New Year's resolutions or their goals, in that they don't execute consistently for long enough. And one of the major causes of this is lacking motivation to do so. Because of course, if you don't have that deep intrinsic motivation to get something done, sort of as if your life depends on it, really. If you don't have that sort of motivation, then you're not going to go very far in executing on your goal, executing on your resolution. And how do you actually build up this motivation? How do you, build up that internal need to get it done? Because really, at the end of the day, once you have this, you're more likely to complete your goal. Well, honestly, the best way to do this, and it's something that I do with a lot of my goals, is to sort of tie it with a long-term objective, something that you want to achieve long-term throughout your life, and you sort of tie it into these New Year's resolutions or these shorter-term goals. Because once you have a sort of a long-term lens of how you view something, then you doing it now and consistently over the short term, it develops more significance and importance as well. So I'll make an example, and it's something that I've touched on in the WhatsApp community before. But for example, if you're someone who wants to stop procrastinating, who wants to be better and more effective in how you do things, then you need to develop a very strong internal long-term motivation. For example, you want to stop procrastinating because you want to be more effective and improve your output in the long term, so that you can end up where you want to end up, or where you see yourself in the future. For example, if you see yourself working a great job, having completed your degree, all that good stuff, then it's important for you now to not procrastinate and for you to fulfill the work, you see. So once you start tying in your goals, your short-term objectives to long-term mindsets and long-term needs, then it develops more of a significance, and that sort of helps push you towards those goals. And especially in the times where it's not very easy, because trust me guys, most of the time it's not going to be easy to get your stuff done. to have that motivation. There are going to be days where you don't really want to do much, where you don't have much motivation for anything. And I think these are the days that really define whether you'll be successful in attaining your long-term goal, as well as your short-term New Year's resolution or objective, and whether you don't. So you need to have such deep motivation that drives you in the good times, which is of course easy, but I think more importantly as well, in the bad times, when things aren't going well, when perhaps your results aren't showing, when you don't have that motivation, the drive to do anything. And I think what's also important throughout the year, and it's something that I've struggled with over the years, but I've been doing it more and more recently, and it's really helped me a lot, is just recognizing your own progress, and just seeing that for yourself. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest with you guys, no one is going to point out the great things that you do. No one is going to point that out for yourself. And if you don't believe it, even if people do point it out, but if you don't believe it, then it's not going to work for you. But you have to consistently throughout your journey, maybe every single month, but often enough, you have to recognize your growth and your development and the good things that you're doing, because this also helps you just continue on your progress in your journey, and just have that little bit of motivation in that, yes, I'm actually doing something good. Great things are happening, so let me continue, let me push forth, let me be more aggressive towards my goals, because it's actually working. Once you start getting that validation in your actions because of the output that it's producing, even if it's very minimal, once you get that validation, trust me guys, it makes a world of difference. And in me saying this, it's a lot easier said than done. Trust me, yes, 100%. It's easy in me telling you, to recognize the good stuff. But I think the challenge really comes in recognizing your positives when life isn't going your way. I think this is where it's most important. When things aren't going your way, when things aren't looking too great, this is where it really comes in clutch for you to be able to sort of zoom out of yourself and look at yourself from a third person point of view and be able to motivate and pick yourself back up. I think this skill is a skill that a lot of top achievers, people who perform and people who do great things, even students who perform well within university, this is something that a lot of these people have. So yes guys, really try, develop and improve these skills in yourself, and it's not going to happen overnight. This is very important to know. It's not going to happen overnight. It is going to take a bit of time, a bit of getting used to, but over time, as you improve on these skills, as you improve on your ability to execute on goals and on objectives, in the long term, it will take you very far, and you'll see the results even in your academics. You'll see the results in university, in the different areas in your life, your social life, your relationships, all that stuff, guys. So yes, I do urge you to not just listen to what I'm saying and hear what I'm saying, but actually go out there and apply it for yourself. Really go out there and, as best as you can, consistently do what I'm saying and see the results for yourself, because I do promise you that this stuff does actually work. But yes guys, I hope that you've just gotten a bit of value from this episode, and I hope that this episode helps you on your new year, on your 2023, and you really materializing the things that you want for yourself. As always guys, it has been me. If you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, do subscribe to the channel, and until the next episode guys, let's continue on our journey in creating a better world.